Do you have a gaming backlog? If your answer is yes, then this video is for you. I used to have a pretty sizable backlog as well, but I actually managed to conquer it about a year ago. In this video, I'm going to share some tips on how you can conquer your backlog, or at least progress. These are the same tactics that I used to complete my backlog. I've got some strange ways on how to approach it, but they've all worked pretty well for me so far. And they've helped me develop some healthy gamer habits that I think everyone should have. So in a world where it seems like there's limitless games to play, it's important to practice good habits in order to keep enjoying your hobbies and enjoy your lifestyle. The last thing you want is to stop enjoying the things you do. Also, real quick, I know I'm a few days late, but happy Halloween, everyone. I'm Doug Glatt, a hockey player from the movie Goon. If you have not seen the movie Goon, go watch that movie. If you like hockey or comedy at all, you'll love it. It's not a scary costume, but you know what is scary? Having a large gaming backlog and not doing anything about it. So without further ado, throw on a hoodie or a hockey jersey, pour up a coffee, and let's get to it. So this one is a no-brainer, but it's one of the most beneficial tips I can give on the matter, and I've talked about this on here before. Beat your games before you buy new ones. I understand that sales are always happening, and there's tons of games, and you want to get the best bang for your buck on them. I totally understand that. But if you're currently working through a stack of games already, it's so unnecessary to just keep piling more, and it's definitely not beneficial for your wallet. Especially long term, because I know people that have, I don't even know how many Steam games, and they don't play like any of them. Not only will you get what you paid for, but you'll also feel so much better knowing that you are actually getting your money's worth and just using the things you're purchasing. You're not just throwing your money to the wind this way. And always remember, and put this in the back of your mind, if a game is on sale, don't worry, it will go on sale again. And probably soon. If you mainly game on PC and you have access to Steam sales happen so much more regularly now that it's silly to just cave in and buy a game just because it goes on sale one time. Wait until you have time and actually want to play this game. A way I use to combat that sense of urge to just buy a game because it's on sale is to mainly play 2 games at one time. No more than 2. I usually pair this up with a darker, more serious theme game with a brighter, more genuine, family-friendly game. That way you're getting 2 different moods and you're getting a good balance of experiences here. That way I feel like you're far less likely to burn yourself out on a game. For example, I've been playing Lunacid, which is an old dark fantasy RPG with super gloom and doom music, very, very dark and just almost kind of depressing in a atmospheric kind of way. It's very chill and fun, but also very grim. And right now, I'm currently pairing that game with Pokemon Legends ZA, which is obviously very upbeat and bright, and they're completely different games, so it adds a lot of variety to the 2 games I'm playing right now. That way, if I feel like I've had a little too much of one of them, I can just hop into the other one for a bit. Sometimes when I play a new game, I often pair it with a game that I want to replay. There's tons of games that I frequently go back to, and that helps fill in as a second game when I don't feel like buying any new game right now, or there's just nothing that I really want to play that's new or relevant. So I'll just hop into one of my old school favorite games. This is usually where some of the popular RPGs come in, or that weird once a year monthly Minecraft binge that you have with your friends. Something like that. My only exception here to the backlog is playing some occasional multiplayer games, because a lot of the time, the player's main focus is to just play multiplayer. Maybe the story's not too good, or it's just not what you're interested in. I feel like many of the multiplayer games nowadays are pretty cheap or free to play, aside from like Call of Duty and Battlefield if you're into those. But lately, I've been playing a lot of Skate with my brother. But this game was free and more like a sandbox game, so I don't really include this game in like one of my 2 games I'm playing at the moment, because it's just kind of a hop in when I feel like it kind of thing. Games like this can be a good buffer to hold you over until you kind of knock a couple games off of your backlog. And playing games like this while working on the backlog will also help you save money as well, as long as you can resist microtransactions. I personally am not a fan of microtransactions, so they do not threaten me personally, but I know for a lot of people, that can be a whole other demon. Mario Kart World is another game that I play with my brother. This one also serves as a great filler game that pairs good with a backlog game. And speaking of Mario Kart World and the Nintendo Switch, this video is sponsored by FASTSNAIL. They make tons of cool Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 accessories, and they sent me a pair of their new individual Joy-Con holder controllers. They come in black or blue and red. These work perfect for playing split-screen Mario Kart World, especially when you need some extra controllers and you can split up the Joy-Cons. These make the Joy-Cons feel way less awkward in your hand and help give them that Pro Controller feel. It feels super smooth and has almost a textured feel. They actually work universally on Switch 1 and 2 Joy-Cons, but I won't lie, it was pretty difficult to slide on the piece that helps the original Joy-Cons fit, so I'd personally stick to using them for the Switch 2 Joy-Cons, but for them, it works perfectly. The way they fit in is so satisfying, and it feels like they were perfectly designed for them. These are great to have and make the experience better from a gameplay and ergonomic perspective. They're just super comfortable, they're great quality, and honestly, they're super affordable. And you can visit the link in the description to check them out and also get 15% off. And a huge thanks to FASTSNAIL for being the first sponsor on this channel. Thank you so much. Go check them out. A good way to make some progress on your backlog is to set up a time-based plan. It doesn't have to be super specific or in-depth, but maybe just try to set a goal like completing a game every month. This is an incentive to try that one Steam game you bought from that sale months ago that you haven't even installed yet. You never know. You might really like it, and it could be your next favorite game. You'll never know until you give it a solid try. On the flip side though, if you are genuinely disliking a game, don't force yourself to play it. Instead, write games like this off as a loss. Hopefully it's not a lot, but if it is, write a list of the games that you write off and how much you spent on them. Not gonna lie, it's not gonna be a pretty sight, but once you see those numbers and how much money you've wasted on those games, it will sure work as good ammunition for when temptation tries to make you make purchases like this in the future. For me, it was the last LEGO Star Wars game. When I bought that game at full price, I really thought it was gonna be like the old ones, but sadly, I was mistaken. It's not a bad game, it's just not personally what I wanted, and I was not vibing with it. Unfortunately, I did write that game off as a loss, and this was also the last game that I bought at full price. It hurt to write it off, but it taught me a lesson. One of the best ways to help knock out a backlog is to invest in a good portable gaming device. It's no secret that portable gaming is huge right now, and it's extremely convenient to say the least. Systems like the Steam Deck, the old handhelds, the Nintendo Switch 2 have helped me knock out so many games over the last couple years and helped me really balance gaming with my lifestyle as well. Having a handheld system that has complete access to my Steam library is a cheat code for completing games. The Steam Deck specifically is amazing for quick sessions. Its sleep mode is fantastic. Being able to pick it up and put it back down seamlessly, plus not having to sit at a desk to game, presents me with so many more opportunities to just pull it out and play a game for a little bit and then put it away. I can sit on the couch while my fiance watches her shows and she's happy and I still get to game. Big W. By completing these games and working through your backlog, you'll feel much more satisfied and accomplished, knowing you're getting your money's worth and experiencing more games. In turn, this will also free up much more time in your life for other hobbies and other experiences and even aspirations as well. I like to do quite a lot, so having time is crucial for me. Aside from video games, I like to read, go to the gym, spend time outdoors, play a board game, or even work on these videos. When I have all of these other hobbies that I also have a huge interest in, it makes having a giant backlog just seem all that more unnecessary. A large backlog and a well-rounded lifestyle simply don't mix in my opinion. It may not be that deep, but it can really take a toll on your mental when it feels like things are piling up, even if it's something you enjoy doing. Completing anything in life, regardless of how big or small, it just feels good. And having a hobby that is organized also makes it easier to enjoy it. When you have a surplus of games, you present yourself with too many choices. And choices are hard to make, especially when time is so limited. It makes sitting down for a gaming session overwhelming and can result in desk rot where you just sit and just endlessly scroll through your gaming library, unable to pick anything to play. Having just one or two games you're currently playing really narrows the field and only gives you two options to pick from. That way, there's still a choice, it's just a much easier one to make. At the end of the day, when you're completing your backlog, you're guaranteed to play some good games and get a good experience. Don't overthink it. Chip away at it little by little and just enjoy the process. What works for me may not work for you, but if it can help you even just a little bit, I'd say it's worth a try. Gaming is a hobby and it should be treated like one. Don't treat it like a job. Don't let it take advantage of your wallet. Do your research and make sure you're actually interested and excited to play a game before you decide to purchase it. Gaming and lifestyle can mix in great ways if you learn to manage them both. You know how it is. We promote gaming and a healthy lifestyle here on this channel. Gaming is a luxury hobby and we need to treat it as such. I hope after this video you feel a little bit more motivated to work on your backlog and maybe even find that new favorite game. So if you like what I'm doing here or find any value in these videos, please consider hitting that like button. It helps me out a ton and it helps throw these videos in front of more and more of you. And if you like videos about gaming, tech, and lifestyle, please also consider subscribing. Join the family. I'm actually thinking of starting a Discord server for the community here, so let me know if you'd be interested in that. Make sure to leave a comment and share ways how you manage your backlog, or even share a game from your backlog that you were surprised by, one that you wish you played a little bit sooner. Let's talk games. I hope y'all had a safe and spooky Halloween, and like always, till the next one, peace.